What's up, my horse lovers? It's the Horse Reactor here, and I am back for another reaction. And this time we are returning to Sketchy the Horse Guy. This is American Pharoah versus Justify. Who would win? Triple Crown winner Faceoff. Now, I would kind of want to know myself who would win in a Triple Crown Faceoff. Because both are very good horses. Except one ended the 37-year wait. The other one never ran as a 2-year-old. Both had the same trainer in Bob Baffert, but they didn't have the same jockey. American Pharoah had Victor Espinoza. Justify had Mike Smith. So, I don't want to take too long because I just want to get to this. The video is 11 minutes and 52 seconds long. So, let's get to it in 3, 2, 1, play.
10 years ago, the 37-year wait was over. A new Triple Crown winner was finally crowned in the 21st century. American Pharoah. That year, he wasn't just one of the most famous horses to live, but one of the most famous athletes. And then just 3 years later, another Triple Crown winner came, trained by the same man, Bob Baffert. Justify. As their progeny raced where their fathers left their mark, and as we look back on what felt like yesterday to many, already being a decade behind us, let's put our 2 most recent Triple Crown winners into a hypothetical race, and ask the cliche but oh so fun question.
Why was that Japanese?
Who would win?
Oh yeah.
In the blue corner, standing 16 1.5 hands, weighing 1,175 pounds, sired by Pioneer of the Nile at a Little Princess Emma by Yankee Gentleman, I present the one, American Pharoah.
My favorite racehorse of all time.
Races, his chart was the number 1, leading his opponents around the oval. He could rest behind 1 or 2 horses in stock, but most couldn't even keep up with him in the early parts of a race. The most he ever played against his own style was in the Kentucky Derby, where he stalked 2 lengths behind stablemate Dortmund and didn't take the lead until the final quarter, where he fought gamely to win over a firing line, proving that he does have some tenacity. However, if he is a pace setter, he can be run down when given constant pressure like the Travers Stakes, where after he fought Frosted on the backstretch and shook him off in the final furlong, the better rested closer Keen Ice was able to catch him. As for achievements, it's a pretty huge list. He was champion 2-year-old and 3-year-old, as well as 2015's Horse of the Year. And not just Horse of the Year in America, he was the IFHA's world's best racehorse. And that's all because he became the 12th Triple Crown winner. And not just the 12th Triple Crown winner, he became the only horse to have the opportunity to, and then take, the Grand Slam, the Kentucky Derby, the Preakness, the Belmont, and the Breeders' Cup Classic. He also has 2 streets named after him, and was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2021.
There's 2 streets named after him?
For the opponents that he beat Triple Grade 1 winner Frosted, who set the stakes record in the Met Mile, also winning it by over 14 lengths.
I reacted to it. Go check that out if you haven't.
Code, who was a Triple Grade 1 winner that year, and a great closer. He beat Keen Ice multiple times, the only horse to have defeated him in his 3-year-old season. He also was the winner of the Suburban Stakes against Pegasus runner-up Shaman Ghost, who was second to Arrogate, and winner of the Santa Anita Handicap. He also has 5 Grade 1 top 3 showings. F&X, winner of the Clark Handicap and 2 Suburban Stakeses. Tonalist, the winner of the 2014 Belmont Stakes, 2 Jockey Club Gold Cups, and the 2015 Cigar Mile, a Grade 1 winner from 1 mile to 1.5 miles. Texas Red, who won the Breeders' Cup Juvenile in absence of
there's a lot of opponents
due to a foot bruise, and that year's Jim Dandy Stakes. And Dortmund, winner of the Losail Futurity and Santa Anita Derby, as well as his first 6 races consecutively. His streak was ended by American Pharoah. If there is any weakness to a Triple Crown champion, it is constant early pressure. If you make him use his energy early, he won't have enough to hold off a well-rested closer. However, the fact that he was even able to hang on for 2nd place does show some genuine character, as plenty of frontrunners have finished way off the track after such harsh pressure. But also, as a Triple Crown champion, you are expected to handle when things don't go your way. Overall, American Pharoah is about as textbook of a champion as you get. Goes to the lead, and it's good luck trying to catch him. But we'll see what happens when he is forced to run against an equally talented, front-running Triple Crown winner.
Okay.
In the red corner, standing 16'3" hands, weighing 1,258 pounds, sired by Scat Daddy out of Stage Magic by Ghost Zapper, I present Just Immortal, Justify. We get a similar story to the Pharoah spelled incorrectly when it comes to running style.
Yeah.
Most of his career was
You
spent
literally
leading
do.
the pack, but he did have the opportunity to do things differently. In his second start, he broke the slowest of the group and was taken wide. Unhurried, he took the lead going into the far turn and ran away without breaking a sweat. He also set famously fast early fractions in the Triple Crown, including under constant pressure, and still had enough strength to hold on and win. He's ran head-and-head with sprinters and outlasted them without being too winded to continue, or just outmuscled talented but inferior horses like in the Preakness Stakes. As far as achievements go, in just 111 days, he became Horse of the Year, broke the Apollo Curse, was Champion 3-year-old, along with the 13th Triple Crown winner, and a Hall of Fame inductee. The horses he beat in these races include Champion 2-year-old Good Magic, who won the Breeders' Cup Juvenile, the Bluegrass, and the Haskell Stakes, Vino Rosso, the future winner of the Breeders' Cup Classic, Florida Derby winner Audible, Firenze Fire, a sprinter who won the Grade 1 Champagne Stakes,
Audible,
and 13
Firenze
stage
Fire.
races over the course of his career, 9 of them graded. Promises Fulfilled, a 5-time
Promises
Grade
Fulfilled.
Stakes winner who won the Grade 1 H. Allen Jerkin Stakes and the Fountain of Youth Stakes. The only way this horse ever lost during his career was because of the controversial failed drug test in the Santa Anita Derby, which, in my humble opinion, I think can be disputed, especially because there are multiple horses who had the same failed drug test
no horse has
during
ever
that
beat
day
him.
and weekend that did not get taken down, but he did. I think that's a little unfair. Besides that, he's generally inexperienced, and thus he will have to prove his talent to be superior to inexperience to trump the Pharoah. He is the equivalent of a shooting star. In just 111 days, he became a legend, the 13th Triple Crown winner. But let's test his mettle in a fun fantasy race. Now that I've talked about both champions, it's time to meet the field for our fantasy race. This field will comprise of the greatest opponents that American Pharoah and Justify ever had to face. The distance, 1.5 miles at Belmont Park. Let's take a look, shall we?
Okay.
Number 1, Honor Code, a horse famous for his late come-from-behind style.
See, this is
As
like
a
all
4-year-old,
Japanese
he took
some-
the
or
Metropolitan
something.
Mile and the Whitney
And also, this
Handicap
was
en route to being
uploaded
champion
on
older horse,
Sketchy the
but could
Horse
not
Guy's
catch
YouTube
the
channel
Pharoah.
prior
Number
to
2,
the Belmont
Frosted,
Stakes.
a horse who
It's just
chased
that I never
American
got
Pharoah's
to
shadow the entire
react to it
Triple
till
Crown
now.
season. When out of American Pharoah's shadow, he was able to win the Met Mile in incredible fashion. Number 3, Hofburg, a horse who is considered a wise guy bet in the 2018 Belmont Stakes to potentially defeat Justify. It ended up not working out as he finished 3rd. Number 4, Keen Ice, the only horse to defeat American Pharoah in his 3-year-old season after American Pharoah exhausted himself battling against Frosted on the backstretch. Number 5, Audible, winner of the 2018 Florida Derby. He made a late rally on the inside in the Kentucky Derby to finish 3rd, only beaten in nose for 2nd by Good Magic. Number 6, American Pharoah, no introduction really needed.
Why does he look tired with his head
Triple Crown
hanging
winner,
low?
the first horse in 37 years to achieve the feat and the only Grand Slam champion. Number 7, Justify, the only horse to win the Triple Crown after not racing as a 3-year-old, and depending on who you ask, the only undefeated Triple Crown winner. Number 8, Dortmund, undefeated in his first 6 starts on both coasts. His streak was finally snapped when he faced off against fellow stablemate American Pharoah in the Kentucky Derby. Number 9, Good Magic, champion 2-year-old in 2017 after winning just one race, the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. He won the Bluegrass and the Haskell, but was denied the Derby by Justify. At number 10, Firing Line, a frequent opponent of Dortmund. He went to New Mexico and won by open lengths in the Sunland Derby, and then was 2nd in the Kentucky Derby, only beaten by American Pharoah. And now, let's get to the race.
Oh yeah.
The horses are in the gates and ready for the start.
I mean, the big moment.
And they're off in the fantasy battle of the Triple Crown winners. American Pharoah was out the fastest, but Justify was only a fraction slower as we immediately go into the first turn. They have opened up multiple lengths on the rest of their opponents immediately. It's going to be a speed duel from the word go in this 1.5-mile track, with American Pharoah just in front, who's outside Justify. Huge drop back to Good Magic with Hofberg, then it's Audible, Firing Line, Dortmund, Frosted to the inside, and Keen Ice and Honor Code will conclude the field as we go on to the backstretch. It's American Pharoah by a neck, but Justify to his outside is continuing to inch up on him, encroaching on his lead. But American Pharoah's replying, and he opens up again. He's now in front by 2 lengths.
Pharaoh.
Justify stays wide in second place, with double digits back to the rest of the pack, who are hopeless behind the 2 champions. American Pharoah remains the leader, but Justify switches lanes and tactics. They're now going up the inside, saving ground to challenge the Pharoah once more. American Pharoah's led the majority of the way, but he just cannot seem to shake off this worthy adversary as we approach the 600-meter pole. American Pharoah by a length. Now it's 3/4 of a length as Justify continues to get closer. It's only half a length now, and now a neck as we hit the top of the stretch. And Justify now feels the whip and has taken over the lead from American Pharoah. It's Justify in front by a neck. American Pharoah now gets asked. They're coming down to the finish. American Pharoah retaliates, and he takes back the lead from Justify, and he wins by 2.
Yes.
Justify back to second. Good Magic third. You can't beat the 1.
Can't beat the Pharoah.
So why did I pick American Pharoah over Justify? In terms of strengths and weaknesses, they were incredibly similar. Both were powerful frontrunners that could carry their speed for long periods of time, and both had similar faults. American Pharoah was dueled and overwhelmed in the Traverse Stakes, while Justify would have lost the Preakness Stakes to Bravazzo if the race was just 2 strides longer, after a similar bout with Good Magic. The edge came down to the fact that anything Justify could do, American Pharoah also did equally, or better. Sure, Justify could handle faster early fractions to win the Derby, but American Pharoah's overall times in the Derby and Belmont were better. Justify won 6 races in 111 days, American Pharoah won 5 in 84. Justify's greatest win margin in a Grade 1 was 3 lengths. American Pharoah won the Arkansas Derby, Preakness, Belmont, and Breeders' Cup Classic between 5.5 to 8 lengths, against horses equally as good, if not better, than what Justify ran against. Justify simply did not have something on his own to stand on that American Pharoah could not have also claimed to do. Even Justify's undefeated record is outclassed by American Pharoah, who from a period of just under a year won 8 straight races without losing. All of this does not take away from Justify, who without American Pharoah likely would have gotten more praise than he already has. But unfortunately, due to the time that he was born, was never quite able to escape his shadow on the track, although he most definitely has as a stallion, with Grade 1 winners from sprint distances to 1.5 miles on both dirt and turf, including 2 jewels of the English Triple Crown. Amazing horses, the both of them. But if I had to pick a winner in a fantasy race, I'd give American Pharoah the edge 60% of the time and Justify 40%. With that, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Horse Racing Versus. Let me know what fantasy matchups you'd love to see in the future. I will see you guys next time, and happy Belmont Stakes.
Alright. Anyways, so that was American Pharoah versus Justify, who would win Triple Crown winner Faceoff. So I should have said that in the beginning that I was gonna pick American Pharoah to win, but at least you hear me cheer him on during the race. It's just that I forgot to mention that I was gonna pick him for it, but. Anyways, heck of a race. I got really nothing else to say besides Justify did put a lot of effort into trying to beat American Pharoah in this video and in that race, but looks like American Pharoah was just better than him. This doesn't take anything away from Justify, but if they did face off in a real race, like at Belmont, like in a match race, well, you don't really get those after Ruffian and Foolish Pleasures. But if they did have a match race against American Pharoah and Justify, obviously I'm going with American Pharoah. I gotta pick him. He's my favorite racehorse of all time. Anyways, that's going to be it for this reaction, so please leave a like down below. Most importantly, copy the name of the video I reacted to and search it up in the search bar so you guys can see the video for yourself without having me talk over it. And click over here to subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.